Hey travelers! Welcome back to Travel Vibes, the place where smart travelers like you get the best tips to make flying easier, cheaper, and way more enjoyable. If you've ever felt like flying economy means sacrificing comfort, think again. Airlines might not shout about it, but there are plenty of hidden freebies you can get if you know what to ask for. Imagine this. You're sitting in your seat, watching people around you struggle with overpriced snacks and cramped spaces while you're enjoying complimentary drinks, extra snacks, or even a surprise upgrade, all without paying an extra cent. Sounds too good to be true? Stick with me, because I'm about to reveal 20 completely free things that can make your flight experience way better. So if you're a traveler who loves insider tips, budget hacks, and making the most of every trip, hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's dive in. 1. Get more than just a sip. Whole cans of soda and bottled water. Most travelers assume that when the flight attendant hands them a tiny cup of soda with a few ice cubes, that's all they get. But here's the trick. You can ask for the whole can. Yes, most airlines will happily give you an entire can of soda instead of just a small pour. The same goes for water. Instead of relying on those little plastic cups that barely quench your thirst, ask for a full bottle so you can stay hydrated throughout the flight. Staying hydrated is especially important for travelers flying long distances, dealing with dry cabin air, or adjusting to new time zones. Plus, if you're a frequent flyer in the US, where domestic airlines often limit free perks, this simple request can make a big difference in your in-flight comfort. Don't wait for the beverage cart to come around again. Just politely ask a flight attendant, and chances are they'll be happy to hand over an extra drink. 2. Surprise! Free alcohol on international flights. Here's something many travelers don't realize. On most long-haul international flights, alcohol is free. Whether you're craving a glass of wine, a cold beer, or even a simple cocktail, many airlines will serve it to you at no extra charge. But there's a catch. Not all airlines advertise this perk, and some only offer it during meal service. So, how do you know if your flight qualifies? Check the in-flight menu. Sometimes, the options aren't listed on the beverage cart, but you'll find them in the seatback entertainment system or airline app. Some premium airlines even offer a variety of spirits to mix your own drinks. Important note for American travelers. If you're flying on budget carriers or through regions with stricter alcohol policies, like the Middle East, don't assume drinks are free. Airlines like Emirates and Qatar Airways still offer complimentary drinks, but others, like many budget European and Asian airlines, may charge. Always double-check the airline's policy before ordering. Now that you know how to score free drinks, let's move on to another hidden perk that can make your flight even more enjoyable. 3. A cozy treat in the sky. Hot chocolate and decaf coffee. Most travelers know they can get coffee or tea on a flight, but what if you're craving something a little different? Here's a secret. Many airlines quietly stock hot chocolate and decaf coffee, but they don't always offer it unless you ask. Imagine you're on a late-night flight trying to relax, but regular coffee is too strong, and plain tea just isn't doing the trick. That's where a warm cup of hot chocolate comes in. It's the perfect drink to help you unwind, especially on long-haul flights when you're trying to get some rest. Not a fan of caffeine? Decaf coffee is usually available, but since it's not as commonly requested, it might take a little longer to prepare. Just ask a flight attendant politely, and they'll usually be happy to make it fresh for you. This simple request can make your flight feel a little more like home, especially if you're someone who enjoys a warm drink to settle in before takeoff or during a long journey. So next time, skip the usual black coffee and try something different. You might be surprised at how much more enjoyable your flight feels. 4. Free snacks? Yes, you can get more than one. You know that moment when the snack cart rolls around and you have to choose between pretzels and cookies? Well, here's the trick. Why not ask for both? That's right. Most airlines carry extra snacks, and if you simply ask, flight attendants will often give you an extra pack, especially on longer flights. Whether it's pretzels, biscuits, or even a granola bar, it never hurts to ask. And here's something even better. On some international flights, there's a hidden self-serve snack station at the back of the plane. If you ever feel hungry mid-flight, just take a quick walk down the aisle, and you might find a basket filled with snacks that you can grab freely. No need to wait for the next service round. This is especially useful for frequent flyers in the US, where some airlines have started cutting back on meal service. If you're on a long domestic flight and feeling a bit hungry, knowing you can get a second snack without paying those ridiculous in-flight food prices is a game changer. So don't be shy. Next time you fly, politely ask for an extra snack, or check if there's a self-serve area. You might just get a little extra something to keep you satisfied until landing. 5. Hungry after your meal? You might get a second one. Here's a little-known secret that most travelers don't take advantage of. On flights where meals are served, you might be able to get a second meal for free if you ask at the right time. Here's how it works. Once the main meal service is over, flight attendants often have extra meals left. Instead of letting them go to waste, they sometimes offer them to passengers who ask politely. This is especially useful if you're on a long-haul flight and find yourself feeling hungry a few hours after eating. The trick? Wait until the crew has finished serving everyone, and then politely ask if there are any extra meals available. If there are, you just scored yourself another round of food, without spending a dime. This hack is particularly useful for budget travelers and frequent flyers who want to make the most of the limited food offerings on economy flights. Some airlines only serve one meal on long flights, so having the chance to get an extra one can make a big difference in your comfort and energy levels during the trip. So, if you find yourself still hungry mid-flight, don't hesitate, just ask. You might be surprised at what you can get. 6. Stay connected. Free in-flight messaging. Let's be honest, Wi-Fi on planes is expensive, slow, and sometimes not even worth the hassle. But did you know that many airlines now offer free in-flight messaging on certain apps? That's right, even if you don't pay for Wi-Fi, you can still send and receive texts for free on apps like iMessage, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger on select airlines. This is perfect for keeping in touch with family or friends, updating your arrival time, or just chatting to pass the time. However, there's a catch. Not every airline offers this service, and some limit it to text-only messages, without photos or videos. For example, JetBlue is one of the few airlines that provides completely free Wi-Fi on all flights, allowing you to browse, stream, and chat without extra fees. Meanwhile, airlines like Delta, Southwest, and Alaska Airlines offer free messaging, but full Wi-Fi still costs extra. Tip for US travelers: before your flight, check your airline's website to see if free messaging is included. Also, make sure to download your preferred messaging app before boarding. Once you're in the air, you won't be able to install anything without full Wi-Fi access. This is a game changer for travelers who don't want to feel disconnected, but also don't want to pay ridiculous Wi-Fi fees. So next time you fly, take advantage of this free perk and stay connected without spending a cent. 7. Need to catch a tight connection? Get off the plane faster. We've all been there. You land, check the time, and realize your next flight is boarding in minutes. The stress of making a tight connection can be overwhelming, especially at huge airports like Atlanta, Chicago O'Hare, or JFK, where getting from one gate to another feels like running a marathon. Here's a pro tip: you can request a priority exit if you let the flight crew know about your situation. Many airlines allow passengers with close connections to disembark first, saving you precious minutes. In some cases, if the flight isn't completely full, you might even be moved to a seat closer to the front so you can get off faster. This is especially useful if you're stuck in the back of the plane and worried about losing time as passengers slowly gather their bags and shuffle out. If you have a very short layover, let a flight attendant know as soon as possible, preferably before takeoff. They might be able to make an announcement or provide additional assistance to help you get where you need to go. And here's one more tip: check if your airline has an app that tracks gate changes. Some major US airlines like Delta and American Airlines provide real-time updates, so you know exactly where to go the moment you land. 8. Stay cozy. Extra blankets and pillows. Let's talk about something that many travelers underestimate: how cold it can get on a plane. Cabin temperatures can drop significantly, especially on overnight or long-haul flights. If you've ever found yourself shivering at 35,000 feet, here's an easy fix. Ask for an extra blanket or pillow. Most airlines stock more blankets and pillows than they hand out, meaning if you ask nicely, flight attendants may be able to give you an extra one. This can make a huge difference, especially if you're on a red-eye flight or traveling across time zones. However, a quick note, these blankets and pillows aren't souvenirs. They're washed and reused, so while it's tempting to take one home, it's best to leave them behind for the next set of passengers. If you're someone who gets cold easily, it's always a good idea to bring your own travel blanket or lightweight jacket just in case. But if you need an extra layer during the flight, don't hesitate to ask. The worst they can say is no. Now that we've covered comfort, let's move on to another freebie that could save you from unexpected discomfort in the air. 9. Not feeling well? You can get basic medications on board. Airplane travel can be unpredictable. Altitude changes, dehydration, and fatigue can sometimes lead to headaches, nausea, or general discomfort. But here's something most passengers don't realize. Flight attendants have access to basic medications, and you can ask for them if you need help. Many airlines stock aspirin, ibuprofen, motion sickness pills, and bandages just in case passengers experience minor health issues mid-flight. This can be a lifesaver, especially if you forgot to pack your own medicine, or if turbulence makes you feel uneasy. And if you're someone who struggles with motion sickness, don't hesitate to ask for a remedy before things get worse. The sooner you take something, the more effective it will be. Important tip for U.S. travelers. While basic medications are available, flight attendants aren't allowed to give you anything stronger without medical clearance. If you have specific medical conditions, always bring your own essential medications in your carry-on. So next time you're feeling unwell at 35,000 feet, don't suffer in silence. Just press the call button and ask for help. The crew is trained to assist you, and they might have exactly what you need. 10. Forgot your wipes? The crew has you covered. We all know that planes aren't always the cleanest places. With hundreds of passengers coming and going, seatback trays, armrests, and entertainment screens can harbor a surprising amount of germs. That's why many smart travelers bring their own disinfecting wipes. But what if you forget yours? No worries. Most airlines keep extra sanitizing wipes or hand sanitizer on board. Just ask a flight attendant, and they'll usually provide you with some. This is especially helpful on long-haul flights where you might want to freshen up before eating or after using the restroom. Some airlines even hand out complimentary sanitizing wipes during boarding, but if they don't, it never hurts to ask. A quick wipe down of your seat area can go a long way in keeping your flight experience clean and comfortable. So whether you're a frequent flyer, a parent traveling with kids, or just someone who likes to stay extra hygienic, remember this simple but useful freebie the next time you fly. Now, let's move on to another hidden perk that can make your journey even better. 11. Keeping kids entertained. Free activity kits on flights. Flying with kids can be challenging, especially on long flights where they get restless. But here's a lifesaver for parents. Many airlines offer free kids activity kits to help keep little ones entertained. These kits often include coloring books, crayons, puzzles, stickers, and small toys, giving kids something to focus on other than kicking the seat in front of them. Some airlines even go the extra mile. United Airlines, for example, provides sensory calming strips for kids who experience anxiety or sensory overload during flights. If you're traveling with young children, just ask a flight attendant if they have activity kits available. Not every airline offers them, but when they do, it can make a huge difference in keeping your child engaged and happy throughout the flight. And here's a bonus tip. Some airlines also have kid-friendly entertainment options in the seatback screen or airline app, so don't forget to check out the available movies, cartoons, and games to keep them occupied. 12. Traveling with a baby? You might get free perks. If you're flying with an infant, you might be wondering, what can the airline provide to make your trip easier? Good news. Many airlines offer free perks for parents traveling with babies, but only if you know to ask. For starters, babies under 2 years old can often fly for free, or at a steep discount if they sit on a parent's lap. But that's just the beginning. Some airlines also provide free baby food, formula, diapers, and even bassinets for long-haul flights. The trick? You usually have to request these items in advance, either when booking your ticket or at the airport check-in counter. Bassinets in particular are limited and given on a first-come, first-served basis, so it's best to ask as early as possible. And don't forget, many airlines also offer priority boarding for families, allowing you to get settled before the rush of general boarding begins. This small perk can make a huge difference when traveling with a little one. So if you're a parent flying with a baby, don't hesitate to take advantage of these free services to make your trip as smooth as possible. Now, let's move on to another hidden perk that can save you money on your seat selection. 13. Choose your seat for free, but timing is key. We all know that airlines love charging extra fees for seat selection, but here's a trick most travelers overlook. You can still get a good seat without paying a dime if you time it right. Most U.S. airlines, including American, Delta, and United, allow passengers to choose their seat for free during online check-in, which typically opens 24 hours before departure. That means, if you didn't pay extra to pick a seat when booking, you still have a chance to grab a window or aisle seat, as long as you check in early enough. Pro tip: set an alarm and check in the moment the 24-hour window opens. The earlier you check in, the better the seat selection will be. If you wait too long, you may get stuck with the dreaded middle seat, or worse, be separated from your travel companions. And if you're flying on budget airlines like Spirit or Frontier, where seat selection always comes with a fee, checking in early still increases your chances of being assigned a better seat, even if it's random. So next time, don't waste money on seat selection fees. Just be quick, check in early, and grab your seat for free. 14. Find your way fast with airport maps and transit info. If you're catching a connecting flight at a huge airport like Dallas-Fort Worth, LAX, or Chicago O'Hare, you probably know how confusing it can be to navigate terminals and find your next gate, especially if you're in a rush. But did you know that many airlines now include interactive airport maps on their seatback entertainment screens? These maps show gate locations so you know exactly where to go after landing. Estimated walking times between terminals. Public transportation options if you're heading into the city. This is a game changer for travelers who are unfamiliar with large international airports or have tight layovers. Instead of scrambling to check signs after landing, you can plan your route while still in the air. And here's another bonus tip for U.S. travelers. If your airline doesn't have an airport map in the seatback screen, check their mobile app. Apps from airlines like Delta, American Airlines, and United often include real-time airport navigation tools to help you get where you need to go without stress. So before your next trip, take advantage of these free navigation tools and make sure you never feel lost in a giant airport again. Now, let's move on to another hidden perk that can save you big money on long layovers. 15. Free hotel stays for long layovers. Don't sleep at the airport. Layovers can be exhausting, but here's something many travelers don't know. Some airlines offer free hotel accommodations if your layover is long enough. Instead of spending hours trying to sleep in an uncomfortable airport chair, you could be resting in a real hotel room, completely free. This perk is known as a Stopover Paid by Carrier (STPC) program, and it's offered by major international airlines like Emirates, Turkish Airlines, and Qatar Airways. Each airline has different rules, but generally, if your layover is longer than 8 to 12 hours and there's no shorter connecting flight available, you may qualify for a free transit hotel. Here's how to get it. You usually need to book this in advance through the airline's website or customer service. Some airlines also allow you to request it at the airport, but availability isn't guaranteed. For U.S. travelers flying internationally, this is an amazing way to break up a long journey and even explore a new city during your stopover. So next time you book a long-haul flight, check if your airline offers a free stopover stay. It could turn an annoying layover into a mini vacation. 16. Nervous flyer? Airlines can help you stay calm. If you get anxious when flying, you're not alone. Millions of people experience flight anxiety, whether it's a fear of turbulence, takeoff, or just feeling out of control. But here's something you might not realize. airline crews are trained to help nervous passengers, and they can offer extra support if you ask. If you're feeling uneasy before boarding, let a gate agent or flight attendant know. Some airlines offer early boarding for nervous flyers, so you can settle into your seat without the stress of crowded boarding lines. Others may allow you to meet the pilot or crew before takeoff, so they can reassure you and answer any questions. During the flight attendants can also check in on you, offer distractions like tea or conversation, and remind you that turbulence is completely normal. Some airlines even have in-flight meditation or relaxation audio available in the entertainment system to help you stay calm. So if flying makes you nervous, don't hesitate to ask for help. Flight crews want you to have a safe and comfortable journey, and they're trained to assist. You don't have to go through it alone. Now let's move on to another hidden perk that can make your special occasions even more memorable in the sky. 17. Celebrating something special? Airlines might surprise you. Flying for a birthday, honeymoon, or anniversary, you might be in for a little extra in-flight magic. While airlines don't always advertise it, many go the extra mile to make special occasions even more memorable. If you let them know in advance, here's what you might get. A complimentary drink. Some airlines will offer a free glass of wine or champagne to celebrate. A sweet treat. On some flights, the crew might surprise you with a small cake or dessert. A personalized announcement. If you're up for it, the captain or flight attendants might give you a fun shout-out over the speaker. To increase your chances of scoring these perks, mention your celebration when booking, or tell a flight attendant when you board. Some airlines even allow you to pre-order a cake for a fee, but if you ask nicely, you might just get something for free. So, if you're traveling for a special occasion, don't be shy. Let the crew know, and you might be in for a fun little surprise at 35,000 feet. 18. Free Amenity Kits, a travel upgrade for long flights. If you're on a long-haul international flight, you might not realize that airlines often provide free amenity kits to help make your journey more comfortable. These kits usually include eye masks to block out cabin lights, earplugs to reduce noise from chatty passengers, socks to keep your feet cozy, a toothbrush and toothpaste so you can freshen up before landing. Some airlines automatically hand them out in economy class, while others only give them to passengers who ask, so don't hesitate to politely request one if they're not offered. For frequent flyers in the US, airlines like Delta, United, and American Airlines offer basic amenity kits on international flights, while premium airlines like Emirates and Qatar Airways provide even fancier ones with skincare products and comfy slippers. So, before you settle in for a long-haul trip, see if you can score a free amenity kit. It can make a big difference in arriving feeling refreshed and ready to go. Now, let's talk about another hidden perk that can give you VIP treatment at the airport without paying a cent. 19. Relax in VIP style. How to get free lounge access. Airline lounges aren't just for first class and business travelers. Under certain conditions, you can access them for free, even if you're flying economy. Here's when airlines might grant you lounge access at no extra cost. Long layovers. Some airlines offer free lounge access if your layover exceeds a certain number of hours. This is common with airlines like Qatar Airways, Turkish Airlines, and Emirates on international stopovers. Flight delays or cancellations. If your flight gets significantly delayed or rescheduled, ask at the airline's service desk. You might get lounge access while you wait. Frequent flyer programs. Even if you don't have elite status, certain loyalty programs and co-branded credit cards offer complimentary or discounted lounge entry. Once inside, you'll enjoy comfortable seating, free food, drinks, Wi-Fi, and even showers in some locations. A huge upgrade from waiting at the crowded gate. So next time you're stuck at the airport, don't assume you're out of luck. Check if you qualify for free lounge access. You might turn an inconvenient layover into a surprisingly comfortable experience. 20. Want a free upgrade? Here's how to get one. Getting upgraded to business or first class for free sounds like a dream, right? While it's rare, it can happen, if you know what to do. Here are 3 strategies that can increase your chances. Volunteer for an overbooked flight. If your flight is full and the airline is looking for volunteers to take a later flight, They may upgrade you on the next one as a thank you. Dress the part. Flight attendants say that passengers who wear business casual attire are more likely to get upgraded than those in sweatpants and flip-flops. Ask nicely. Politely asking at check-in or the gate if any upgrades are available might just work, especially if you're celebrating a special occasion or hold a frequent flyer membership. While paid upgrades are more common nowadays, airlines still give out free upgrades in certain cases, especially if economy is overbooked. So why not try? The worst they can say is no, but the best case scenario? You might just find yourself sipping champagne in business class for free. Wrapping up, which freebie are you most excited to try? And there you have it. 20 completely free things you can ask for on a flight. From extra snacks and free drinks to hidden travel perks like lounge access and upgrades, now you know exactly how to make your next trip more comfortable without spending extra money. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever gotten a freebie on a flight? Or do you have a secret travel hack that I didn't mention? Drop a comment below and share your experience. And if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Travel Vibes, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest travel hacks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Safe travels!